The sales process is the step-by-step process that we go through when we talk to people about Juice Plus, or we talk to people about joining our team, partnering with us on this mission. Okay? It's the same process whether we're talking about our product or we're talking about our business. It's the same. Now, when I tell you that it's a step-by-step approach, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen organically, and it doesn't mean that there isn't some nice, easy flow to it. It's not a scripted conversation per se. We're going to have some anchors within that process, which are lines or sentences that we recommend you use, not because they're going to hook people or get them to order, but because it will put you at ease and put them at ease, and it really makes the whole thing feel a lot better. The biggest fear that we all have is what other people think. And we're so worried that we're going to be salesy or pushy, and I feel like this is the antidote for that. So the way the sales process works is as soon as we decide that we're going to share with somebody, we start the sales process. And we start off by saying to them, look, I have no idea. I have no idea if this will be a fit for you. I have no idea if you'll be as excited about this as I am. I have no idea, fill in the blank. But I thought of you because you're so health conscious. I thought of you because you were telling me last week that your kids are sick. I thought of you because I don't know any mom, at least that I know, that feels like they get enough fruits and vegetables into their family's diet every day. So I have no idea. I thought of you because, right? And then that's when we're going to share our story. Our product story is what it's called. So separate from this, there could be a training on the product story. Talk to someone on the team about what does that mean? Why do I want to have a product story? There are several reasons why, and a super simple recipe to follow on how to do that. So after I say I have no idea, I thought of you because, then I'm going to share. I'm going to say something like, I thought of you because I know you're a busy mom, and most people I know feel like they can't get enough fruits and vegetables into their diet. For me, I heard about this from another busy mom, and I was actually really excited she told me about it because I had no idea that there was a way to get more fruits and vegetables into my diet in such an easy way, and I didn't expect anything, blah, blah, blah. So that's where my story goes. So after I insert my story, the next part of the sales process is to find out if that person's open to learning more. So the whole point of this is to share, find out if they're open to learning more. If they are, give them information, and then follow up and see what they thought. That's the whole sales process. Share with somebody, find out if they're open to learning more, give them the information because they said they're open to it, and then follow up to find out what they thought of the information and are they ready to get started. So after I have shared my story, then I'm going to ask them if they're open to checking it out. I'm not asking if they're interested. I'm not asking them to order anything. I'm just saying, so after hearing that, do you feel like this is something you might be open to checking out? Is this something that you would be open to learning a little bit more about? Is this something that you'd be open to fill in the blank? If the person says no, it stops. It's very rare that they will say no because we're not asking if they're interested. We're asking if they're open. So if someone says that they are open, then we want to figure out how they learn best. If I just shove my website at them and they stare at a computer all day long and they don't want to look at a website, that wouldn't go over very well. If I bombard them with videos and there's someone who's an auditory learner, or they would rather get on the phone and talk about it or go to an event, that's not going to work either. Okay? So we always ask them, so how do you learn best? We're going to try to encourage them to watch a couple of our short video clips, those little YouTube video clips, because people respond very well to those. So as I say to them, hey, how do you learn best? I'm also going to sort of encourage them without forcing them, but encourage them to watch the video. So here's how I would do that. So Jennifer, how do you learn best? Okay, so I'll do that. I do have a website. I will send that to you. Most people love it. Even if they want the website, if I text them a couple of super short videos, like 2 minutes or less, if I sent a couple of those, would you take a look? Okay, so after asking how they learn best, right, and then offering the videos, we're always going to say, if I would you. If I would you. Those are golden words. If I sent you a video, would you take a look? If I sent you a couple of video clips, would you watch them? If I also sent a link to some really short audio clips of my friends talking about what Juice Plus did for them and their kids, would you take a listen to one or two of them? Great. Okay? So after telling them that we don't know, if they're going to be as excited about this as we are, and we tell them why we are sharing with them, and then we share our story, and we ask if they're open to learning more, and they say they'd like to learn more, right? Then we're going to ask how they learn best and suggest some videos, then we're going to send that information. So after we send those videos or whatever it is that they ask for, right, we need to follow up with them, but we need to set that up before all this happens. So in that same conversation, when I'm going to send them videos, I say to them, hey, I want to check back with you. I can't wait to find out what you learned and what questions you have. Usually if I forget to do this, what happens is we chase each other and we play phone tag, and I just don't want to do that to you. So what would work for you? How much time do you feel like you need to watch the videos? And then you literally set up a follow-up, just like the doctor's offices, the dentist's offices, the hair place where you get your hair done. There's always a follow-up, right? So we arrange that follow-up, and that's very important to do that. We could have a whole nother training just on that. Trust me, that is the piece that most people don't do. And then they get frustrated because then it goes into the slow no or the maybe limbo, right? Where it's like they have no idea what to do next. They don't want to bother their friend because the friend didn't get back to them. They're nervous about seeing them at church or at work or out and about. And this gets rid of that by setting up the follow-up. So if you're uncomfortable setting up the follow-up, get a little bit of coaching from your upline. That's why we coach with each other. All right. So when you set up the follow-up, it zaps all of that. So if I set the follow-up for next Thursday night at 6, then I need to call them at 6 o'clock next Thursday night. Now to diffuse the bomb, that's what I call it, to make sure that I've kind of set it up in a good way in case it doesn't work out at that time, I say, hey, so if for some reason Thursday night at 6 o'clock doesn't work, will you just send me a text and let me know and we'll reschedule? All right. And if you haven't watched the videos by then and I check back, it's fine. There's no Juice Plus police. It's totally fine. Just let me know and we'll figure it out. Okay, awesome. I cannot wait to find out what you thought. And that's it. That's the whole sales process. Well, not quite. Once you follow up, what do? When we follow up, our whole goal is to be open, detached from the outcome, and be open to whatever happens. We're going to very confidently and clearly ask them a couple of questions. Hey, it's me checking in like I told you I would. First of all, I can't wait to hear, what did you think of the videos? I love getting feedback from people. What was your favorite part? Awesome. What did you learn? Is there anything you learned that was new? Great. And you kind of listen for a while, right? And once you've kind of gotten through that, then you say, what questions do you have for me? Or do you feel like you're just ready to get started? And that's it. What questions do you have? And do you feel like you're ready to get started? And that's the sales process.